everybody, Kristen here. As you know, I believe homemade is best, but it doesn't need to be complicated. And today I'm going to show you just how easy it is to make creamy, velvety sweet potatoes using the Instant Pot. If you guys love sweet potatoes like I love sweet potatoes, you're going to love this method. So let me break this down. The first thing you want to do is pour 1.5 cups of cold tap water inside your inner pot. Make sure it's cold tap water, not warm tap water. We don't want to influence the amount of time it takes to come to pressure. That'll impact the overall cooking time. Then you want to place in your trivet, or use foil if you don't have a trivet, just something to lift your sweet potatoes outside of the water. As for your sweet potatoes, the cooking time for sweet potatoes is based on the width of a sweet potato, not its length. So it doesn't matter if you have a bunch of short sweet potatoes and tall sweet potatoes, but it does matter the size of their width. You want to select sweet potatoes that have a similar width, as they will have a similar cooking time. For any sweet potato that's on the very skinny side, so to speak, or that's less than 2 inches in width, it's only going to cook for 18 minutes on high pressure. For an average size sweet potato, or a sweet potato that has a width between 2 and 2.5 inches, that's going to cook for 22 minutes on high pressure. That's a standard size sweet potato. For a sweet potato that has between 2.5 and 3 inches in width, that's going to cook for 26 minutes on high pressure. And a sweet potato that's any bigger than 3.5 inches in width, this one's about almost 4 inches across in width in its thickest part, that's going to cook for 35 minutes on high pressure. So as you can see, you want to make sure that you select sweet potatoes that have a similar width. Today I am cooking average size sweet potatoes, so they have a width between 2 and 2.5 inches. And I'm going to cook 4, and as you can see, I have a short little guy and I have a longer little guy, but they all have the same waist size, so to speak. You want to pierce them just a few times. Some people say you don't need to pierce them. I'm telling you from experience, it's best to pierce your sweet potatoes, and that's it. You can stack as many as you can fit inside your inner pot, won't impact the cooking time. Pop your lid on your Instant Pot. Make sure your venting knob is pointed towards sealed or your lid is locked. And then to set the cooking time, for sweet potatoes that have a width of 2 or less inches, you're going to cook for 18 minutes on high pressure. For sweet potatoes that are average or from 2 to 2.5 inches in width, cook for 22 minutes on high pressure. For sweet potatoes that have a width from 2.5 to 3 inches, you're going to cook for 26 minutes on high pressure. And then for any larger sweet potatoes, you're going to cook for 35 minutes on high pressure. To set the cooking time, hit the manual or pressure cook button and use the plus or minus buttons and adjust to the correct time. I'm cooking for 22 minutes on high pressure today. After the cook time has elapsed, let pressure release naturally for at least 10 minutes, or you can just let the Instant Pot be on keep warm. Then open up your Instant Pot. At this point, if you noticed your sweet potatoes weren't cooked through, you could pop the lid back on and add a couple minutes. Mine are perfect. I'm gonna cut this open. It's so fluffy. Season it with salt, pepper. I love to top my sweet potatoes with nut butter and banana and granola for a breakfast. I know that sounds crazy, but it's delicious. I eat sweet potatoes all the time. I could top them with shredded barbecue pork, taco meat, sloppy joes, you name it. I love it. All right, let's give it a bite. Even plain. I don't even need any butter. It's creamy, it's fluffy, it's perfect. And for the perfect baked potato made in the Instant Pot, be sure to catch my next recipe where I walk you through how to make a perfect Instant Pot baked potato. Until next time, happy cooking.